that's in us that's really good, that makes you you, that special gift that you have, and then share it with everybody else. And I think Grayson has already probably heard part of this. But that really neat thing that's inside of you that you have that you like to share with other people is so important that you get out there. And I know Mr. Blackhat and Mr. Walters was talking about that today, that when he does what he is supposed to be doing, sharing music, that feeds his soul. And so I always think about like all those gifts that we have that we go out like that. But the cool thing is when you spread those gifts out, you always have something come back to you. And so I like that idea of the arrows coming back, that love coming back. Kind of like that saying, the love that you give is the love that you get. And so we have some artists here today that are spreading that love that they have, and they want to share that. We have some artists. We have Riley and Adriana who and I know I keep getting your name wrong. I always want to say Andrea, who are just incredible artists. And then we also have a representative from the Cancer Institute here in Williamsburg, and his love of music just shines throughout our whole community. And of course, Mr. Walters and Cole here, Cole Lehman. So that's just, and then all of you guys, and Wendy Miller has been coming almost every single day taking pictures, and that's how she shares her love. And then when you do that, it just all comes back to you. So I'd like to just kind of end with focus, which is let the growth of your heart be your bottom line. So when you're going about your day and you're putting your energy and your time into different things, think about putting that energy into something that's going to grow your heart, grow your soul, make you a better person, because then your circle gets wider. That you think about like yourself as a rock in the water, and that ripple that goes out, that ripple effect becomes really important. It touches other people, and it touches other people in a really positive way. So that's my little message for the day, my little focus for the week. And I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Walters and Mr. Lehman.
Good afternoon. Come on, wake up. All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, just want to make sure. How y'all doing? I'm Bobby Blackhat, and this is Cole Lehman. We're so glad to get this invitation to come out because we're musicians and we have been going through withdrawal because all my shows got canceled. So I get a chance to play music today. That's a good thing. I want to reiterate something that was said earlier about music, how important music is. Any musicians here? You got a musician over here? Musicians, okay? Like music? How many people like music? Okay. I have to say this, and I've been putting this message out to everyone about musicians and what's going on right now. We have a lot of essential workers who are working hard, doing some miraculous things, and we owe them a great debt of gratitude. And I've been telling folks that they're essential, but music and musicians are essential to the essential workers because at the end of their day, they get in their cars, they go home after a tough day, and they cut on the radio and they listen to what? Music. And they dance to music. And that makes them happy. And so I've been telling musicians, if you are a musician or you're inclined that way, or artist, whatever you do art related, keep doing it, keep creating, keep sharing, because it's important to a lot of people right now. So we're going to do that. I am a blues man. I play blues. How many young people know what blues is? What's that? Okay, I'm going to teach you a little bit about that, okay? And believe it or not, you really already know what blues is. You just have never had anybody point it out to you before, because all the music you listen to on the radio these days, and most of all the stations that you might listen to, television stations, television commercials, movie soundtracks, all that, there's a lot of blues that's there. Sesame Street, it's all there. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first things first, let's play a little bit of music. I'm a harmonica player, and I'm going to teach you about that a little bit too. You got me Anywhere you want it, let it go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know you got me where you want me. Tell me what you want me to do. I'm going up, I'm going down, I'm going up, down, down, up. Anywhere you want it, let it go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know you got me where you want me. Tell me what you want me to do. I'm going in, I'm going out, I'm going in, out, out, in. Anywhere you want it, let it go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know you got me where you want me. Tell me what you want me to do. First, let me tell you a little about blues. Blues is one of the oldest music forms in the United States. It started way, way back when. It started from field hollers and slave days. It's been brought forward. And they say that blues had a baby and they called it rock and roll. So the birthplace of rock and roll is in blues music. It has roots in gospel and it goes all over. Now, how many of you like hip hop? Hip hop? I mean, like rap and soul. You like jazz? You like country? All that's blues. Say, no, couldn't be. Couldn't be. Yes, it all has its roots in blues. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about, I know the kids like to see these little things here, they're called harmonicas. I'm a harmonica player. What I play is what's called a 10-hole diatonic harmonica. This is the most common harmonica that you're going to find around the country. And most people, when they start getting their first musical instrument, most times it's one of these, and you get it, and you play it until your parents take it and hide it from you. Okay? Because this is the way most people sound when they first start playing harmonica. Or they play it upside down. Okay? And then after a while, mom and dad say, I can't take that noise, and I sound like two cats fighting. But that's okay. It gets better. But I play 10-hole diatonic harmonicas. I'm going to turn my harmonica case around because this is just one harmonica. This is how many harmonicas I take with me to a show. Each one is in a different key. Question? Which one is the loudest? The rarest. Oh gosh, as far as keys, well, let me tell you about rare. In music, you play songs in different keys. And there are a common set of keys that most people play most music in. typically A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? Now, depending on the type of music, depends on what keys are most prominent. In blues, it's mostly in the key of A, key of G, key of D, key of C, key of B flat, okay, and then some minor keys. I would say that this harmonica, this one right here, is probably the most rare key for folks to play, and it's F sharp. It's a high key. So it's a little bit shrill, but for blues, this is probably the rarest key I'll ever play in life. Now, I'm gonna do a song right now to show you how all of you know blues. It's just now blues just tells the story of our lives. Blues is a storytelling genre. It tells the story of our lives. But I'm gonna do a song right now that I guarantee, except for the tagline, I guarantee that every person here knows this next song. Because I'm gonna take something that you know and you've all grown up with, and I'm gonna put it to music in a blues format, and you're gonna know the song. Believe me? Anybody don't believe me? All right. Old Mother Hubbard, she went to the cupboard, fetched her dog a bone. All but when she got there, cupboard was bare. Poor dog, he had none. He had the no-bone blues. Yes, he had the no-bone blues. Well, little Miss Muffet, sounding a toughie, eating her curves and whey. Well, along came a spider, sat down beside her, scared Miss Muffet away. She had a spiderweb blues. Yes, she had spiderweb blues. Well, hey diddle diddle, cat in the fiddle, cow jumped over the moon. Well, the little dog laughed to see such sport. Dish ran away with the spoon. They had the diddle diddle blues. Yes, they had the diddle diddle blues. Whoa, this old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb with a knick-knack, a patty and whack. Well, this old man came rolling back. He had the knick-knack blues. Yes, he had the paddywhack blues. Whoa, Jack, Jill went up the hill, fetched that pail of water. Well, Jack fell down, broke his crown. Jill came tumbling after. They had the migraine blues. Yes, they had the migraine blues. Whoa, Jack and Jill went up that hill to fetch that pail of water. Well, Jack fell down, broke his crown. Jill came tumbling after. They had the migraine blues. Yes, they had the migraine blues. Whoa, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. He had the egg omelet blues. Yes, he had the scrambled egg blues. Sing along with me? You know the words of the next song, I guarantee you. I have played this song all over the world, and they always know the words of this next song. You ready? And you have a part to sing. Here we go. Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
And on this farm he had some cows.
E-I-E-I-O.
With the blue blues here, blue blues there, here blue, there blue, everywhere blue blues, E-I-E-O-O-O blues. Yeah, the E-I-E-O-O-O blues. Yeah, the E-I-E-O-O blues. Yeah, the E-I-E-O-O blues. Yeah, the Big Dollar Blues. Yes, yeah, the Big Dollar Blues. Take it on. I'm going to apologize now because I think that E-I-E-O-O part is going to stick in some people's head for the rest of the day. So when you get that earworm and you can't get it out of your head, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. It happens all the time. So yeah. Now what I'm going to show you now is something a little bit different. I mentioned a 10-hole diatonic harmonica smaller. It's also a harmonica called a chromatic harmonica, a little bit bigger. That's what a chromatic harmonica is like. How many are familiar with Stevie Wonder? Okay, if you heard Stevie Wonder's early stuff, this is the type of harmonica he was playing. 10-hole diatonic. I don't think Cole knows his next song. I don't know how he will. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'll do this solo. But this is a song that I just like a lot, and I play it on this harmonica, and I'll just give you a chance to hear the difference.
Nice.
Now the big difference between that harmonica is that blues harmonica is the one that puts that soulful bending, you know, that crying sound like that. Typically on a diatonic harmonica, you can't do that, except for this one. This one is specially tuned to be able to do that. But typically on a big one like that, you can't make that soulful sound, so it's a little bit cleaner. Now that you've heard me play harmonica, you heard me do two different types, this is going to be my challenge to you. When you're watching TV, watching a movie, over the next few days, listen for the harmonica. Listen for the harmonica. When you listen to the radio, listen for the harmonica. It's in more music and in more soundtrack than you can imagine. It's there. It may be down underneath. But if you ever are listening to music, if you ever listen to music, where's my trumpet guy at? Where's the trumpet guy? You the trumpet guy? Who's the trumpet? You bring a trumpet? I hate when that happens. But music, harmonica is the kind of instrument that when it's played properly, it gives you a kind of an interesting sensation right about here. It's a very soulful instrument, and that tone, that timbre actually affects you physiologically. So if you hear music and you suddenly go, ooh, there's a good chance you're hearing a little bit of harmonica down underneath or somewhere. So just file that away and listen to it. Now, as far as blues go, I have 5 children, 7 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild. My grandchildren know blues because they hear it in Sesame Street. Sesame Street uses a lot of blues in some of their little skits and stuff they do, so listen for that next time you have it. Any questions? I'm just rattling on. Any questions? Sir, question? We just stretch your arm out. I've got a good eye, so I'm caught you.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What are some of your blues influences?
My blues influences, wow. Well, I tell you, I got started with blues after I saw there's a band called War. And us old guys will know who that is, old folks will know that. Not the ladies, just the guys, old guys. I don't know old ladies in here, just old guys. But remember the band War. And they had a harmonica player named Lee Oscar. And I saw them at Cleveland State University when I was in school there. And he played harmonica, and I was so mesmerized by that harmonica that feeling. The next day I went out and I bought my first 2 harmonicas. Didn't know anything about keys or anything, just bought them. And over my career, I did 27 years United States Coast Guard. Yep. And that's how I met Cole, because his mom and dad were also Coast Guard. And but I always had harmonicas with me where I was stationed at. And one day a friend of mine got me to go to an open mic and drove me up on stage, and the rest is history. I never intended to have a band. I never intended to make CDs or any of that stuff. It just kind of happened. It was meant to be, so there you have it. My influence are Little Walter, Lee Oscar, Sonny Boy Williams are probably number 1, because when I first started trying to play, I went out and looked for Sonny Boy Williams music. But there was a lot of great harmonica players out there, Jerry Portmore and a whole bunch of other folks. So. Want something fast, want something slow? Something fast.
Let's do help me.
Something fast.
We find something really fast. All right. Broke my body down.
Now let me tell you about the story. I had this song. The first time I recorded this song, I took Cole, his sister, Wayne Mo Bella Ledbetter, and my son, who's a drummer, into the studio. They were all under the age of 15. And we recorded the song for the first time at the studio in Hampton. And I released it on iTunes and everything, and then I re-recorded it since. But he was the original, one of the original guitar players on the song. Your sweet, sweet loving done broke my body down. Your sweet, sweet loving done broke my body down. If you love me and it's sweet, put me 6 feet in the ground. I can't eat, my eyes won't sleep, my legs won't walk, can barely talk. My head aches, my hand shakes, how much more can I take? Well, your sweet, sweet loving broke my body down. You make my liver quiver, my heart flutter, my hip slips, my words stutter, my back is cracked, my lips are chapped. You broke me down, that's a fact. Your sweet, sweet loving broke my body down. You broke me down, way down, I look down to the ground. You broke me down, way down, I look down to the ground. Your sweet, sweet loving broke my body down. There is I switch harmonicas. First I was playing this harmonica, which is what's called a lightning. It's made of stainless steel, and it's a lot louder, a lot brighter. Then I switched over to a plastic comb harmonica, a little bit smoother, a little bit softer. So you can hear the difference. Now I'm going to switch over. I'm going to do what's called third position. Now I'm going to switch what I'm doing into a minor which is going to be a little bit lower, a little different. I just want to share a little bit about the versatility of that particular instrument. Any questions? No questions? Okay, I'm gonna go into my teacher mode here. I'm not gonna stop till somebody asks me a question. I can wait, y'all. You don't count.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing harmonica since 19. I started playing in 1972. That's a long time. Now, all the members of my family are musicians in some form or another. I'm a harmonica player. My son's a drummer. He plays primarily reggae and that kind of stuff. My daughter plays ukulele and guitar and flute and keyboard. She lives up in Richmond. She goes by the stage name of Georgie Isaacs. That's her stage name. But she plays up there. My other daughter sings and plays violin and keyboard. My other daughter's a singer, played clarinet. My wife sings, she used to sing, she retired, but she's a singer, she plays keyboard and flute. So all of them at one time or another have either recorded with me or performed with me. It's a great thrill to have your family up on stage with this live fun. My grandsons up in Pennsylvania, they're rap stars. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And my granddaughter gets along. But my teeny tinies, I have a 7-year-old grandson, 4-year-old grandson, and a 1-year-old grandson, and all of them beat on drums. I'm not gonna say they're drummers, but they beat on drums a lot. We have 2 sets of drums in my house. My son's big set, and we have a youth set, and so they come in and they will beat on drums. We also play keyboard. So our goal is to let them have as much freedom with the music as possible, let them do their thing, and let them go. We're not pushing them in one direction, just let them do what they do and have fun with it. Rule number 1, what's rule number 1?
Always have fun.
That's right. I tell all youth musicians, rule number 1 is have fun. Because if you're having fun, you translate that to your audience. And that's very important. If you're up on stage, you can, the audience feels that. Do I look like I'm having fun? I'm having fun. Okay? So I want to project that out to you. Always have fun. Now this next song is probably my most requested song. I have 2 songs that are my favorites. One is a song I wrote for my mother. It's called I Hear Mama's Voice. I'm not gonna play that song for you. It's a really long song. But if you want to hear it, go Google me on Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff and look for I Hear Mama's Voice. You'll really enjoy that. But this is a song I wrote, and it's probably my most requested song. It's called Put On Your Red Shoes. And this is a song I wrote for my wife because my wife has beautiful red shoes, and I love the red shoes, so I wrote a song about it. Okay, so this is called Put On Your Red Shoes. 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 Put on your red shoes tonight. Put on your red shoes. Set my soul on fire. Put on your red shoes. Satisfy my desire. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes tonight. shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes tonight. Let's take it home. I want to thank Cole because I called him at the last minute and said, Cole, I'm going out to play some songs this afternoon. You know, actually a couple of days ago, I said, could you come? I go, just come. He said, yes. So this is the first time Cole and I have had a chance to play since February. Yeah, February, yeah. So I'm so glad. By the way, if you want to learn how to play guitar, he's a guitar instructor. Put it out there. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. I don't have time. I think we got time for maybe one more?
Yes, sir.
All right, time for one more.
Let's see what we got.
Can I interject real quickly?
You sure can.
So I was trying to get somebody to play some awesome music, and your name kept popping into my head, and I thought, oh, I'm sure you're so busy, and there's so much going on right now. And then I was sitting at Whisk, listening to the radio, and Out of the Box on NPR came on, and played your Homeschool Blues song, and I thought, that's a sign. I need to go ahead and give him message him and see if he's available, and just so blessed that you're here today.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you for the
And
invitation.
I love the Homeschool Blues song.
Like I said, I would try to sing it for you, but I haven't sung it. I was home with my grandsons when all this thing happened, and so they came to our house and they were supposed to be there for a couple of days. They wound up being there for 2.5 months, and so I became a homeschool teacher. It's been a long time since I had to teach anybody anything, and particularly young folks. I taught my kids when they were growing up, but somewhere along the line, first grade got hard. And I don't know how that happened. I mean, first grade used to be macaroni, art, crayons, a snack, and a nap.
Cursive.
Now I have 5 teachers just emailing me STEM, civics, English, language, computers, music lessons. It blew my mind. So I wrote a song called Homeschool Blues. I don't know, give me a shuffle in the key of G. Let me try it. I'll try it and see if I can fake it. If I mess up because I haven't done it in a long time. Let me find the lyrics. Let me do that.
You go ahead and start playing.
Be patient. There it is. Okay, there it is. Yeah, now. All right, here we go. School shut down for the rest of the year. Gotta stay home, everything got weird. Homeschool is what we got to do. Homeschool, I got the homeschool blues. I was not prepared, caught by surprise. Teaching ain't easy and my nerves are fried. Homeschool, I got the homeschool blues. Homeschool, I got the homeschool blues. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Schoolwork changed since I was 6. Science, history, computers too. Oh man, I'm so confused. Homeschool, I got the homeschool blues. I love my kids with all my heart. They run and write and they're very smart. It's a joy to watch them grow and bloom. But I got homeschool. I got the homeschool blues. The kids push back. They protest every day. A challenge. They put us to the test. Homeschool. I got the homeschool blues. Break all the rules. I got the homeschool blues. Oh, keep on, keep on. All right, let's make. Hey, sit down. I said sit down. Hey, yes, you have got to read all of it. All of it. You've got to read the whole thing. Where's your pencil? Where is your pencil? You had it a minute ago. Where's your pencil? Hey, that's not the way I learned how to do it. No, you do not get a snack right now. Oh, good job. I knew you could do it. Good job. Thank you for hanging in. You did a good job. Homeschool. I got the homeschool blues. Homeschool. I got the homeschool blues. Last verse. God bless our teachers. They deserve more praise. One thing is clear. They deserve a big pay raise. Homeschool. I got the homeschool blues. Homeschool. I got the homeschool blues. All right, thank you so much, y'all. That was kind of rough to hang. I haven't done it in a long time.